tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke. When they open up that gate, welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight. Where the Bayou City streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome in to Cavalier Field. Sorry about the delay. We're underway in a 1-2 count to Ty Wilson, who leads off for the Fort Collins Foxes. The A's in Fort Collins here to complete the league series tonight and tomorrow night. Pitches in and gets the strike call as Blake Pacheco, he gets the start on the mound. One away for the Foxes. That'll bring up catcher Gladish. Yays, they dropped both games to the Fort Collins Foxes on the road. Blake Pacheco, he gets the start on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Delivers a high one there, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Gladish will draw the walk, and that brings up Gio Nunez. So a look back over to first by Pacheco. 1 on, 1 away for the Foxes, and Pacheco delivers high for ball 1. So 5 straight out of the zone for Pacheco. Delivers there, gets the strike call, and it evens the count at 1 to Nunez. Throw over to first, not in time. It's the swing and a miss, and the throw down to second was not in time. Count now 2-2. Runner on second after the successful steal. We'll see the 2-2 pitch. I'll take a look to check on the runner at second and delivers low, and the count runs full. Pacheco, he has a 2-2 record on the mound for the Dodge City A's. We'll see the payoff pitch. Pacheco delivers. It's fouled off, and the count will remain 3-2. Blakey last pitched against these Fort Collins Foxes. He took the loss back on July the 6th. Before that, it was he picked up a win against the Hayes Larks, a swing and a miss, and now 2 away. So that'll bring up Nick Bertucci. 1 on and 2 away for the Foxes as we're here in the top of the first. Just underway here at Cavalier Field as the A's have returned home for the first time in a week. Checo set. Checks on the runner at second. Delivers. It's a line drive out into left field. The runner rounding third and coming up and making the throw in, but it scores a run. It's the first hit of the ball game for the Foxes. That'll bring up Dalton Berg. Pacheco fires in, misses low. Blakey enters today's contest with an overall 7.45 ERA on the season, having pitched 29 innings. He has Berg ahead in the count 1-0 as the pitch misses again, and that makes it 2 balls and no strikes. Pacheco, he's struck out 20 batters across those 29 innings, but he's also walked 28. The pitch misses low. Berg is ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 pitch. Checo set. Working from the windup. Gets the strike call and the throw down to second, not in time. So another stolen base for the Foxes. Three balls and 1 strike, the count to Berg, and he'll send one out into right field. Tracking it as Copper as it's off the wall. 1 run rounding at third, and that's an RBI double for Berg. Foxes lead it 2-0. One on and 2 away for Avery Cherry. Berg on after the RBI double. Cherry steps up, the 6th batter to come to the plate in the inning. The A's find themselves in a 2-run deficit. These Foxes, they battled hard against the Hayes Larks last night. Larks ended up taking the game 4-2, grounded to the left side, and it will be thrown in and gets away from Morehouse and ends up over at second. So that'll bring up Gavin Short. Short fouls off the first pitch he sees. Down in the count, 0-1. Foxes, they already have a 3-run lead. They've scored 3. 1. Pacheco misses high, and that evens the count. First, that pitch is fouled off. It goes to the right and out of play. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes for Short. Checo checking the runner back at second. Swung on and miss, and that will end the inning. So we're headed to the bottom of the first. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Omari Johnson leading off for the Dodge City A's. Johnson gets the DH role tonight, shows bunt and pulls it back. Luke DeWitt getting the start on the mound for the Fort Collins Foxes. Gets the strike call, does DeWitt, and Johnson evens the count at 1. Johnson makes contact, sends it out to right field. The leadoff single for the A's, and they have their leadoff aboard. So that'll bring up Angel Vasquez. 1 on and nobody out for your Dodge City A's. Defensively for the Foxes, they have Bergen left, Wilson in center, Gladys at right. 1-0 count. Runner on second. Gets the strike call, and it evens the count at 1. Johnson got over to second after moving over on a passed ball. 1-1 pitch. Goes front door and misses, does DeWitt, and Vasquez is ahead in the count. Two-one pitch coming. DeWitt checking on the runner at second, and pop tie going to left field. Looks like it will stay in the ballpark, pulling it down in front of the warning track and 1 away. That'll bring up Max Irwin. Pitches in, gets the strike call to Irwin, and the A's, they have 1 on and 1 away. DeWitt checking the runner back at second. Winds and fires, and Irwin sends one out into left field. Johnson will be held up at third, and that'll put runners on the corners as the throw goes in. So Irwin, he will get credit for a single advancing on the throw. So that brings up Aiden Morehouse. 2 on and 1 away for the A's. Looking to cut into this 3-run lead that the Foxes built. First pitch to Aiden gets the strike call. It goes right down the middle. So he'll find himself down in the count 0-1. Back to what we were doing defensively for the Foxes. Gavin Short at third, Nunez at short, Sidwell at second, and Pinedo at first. Of course, look, DeWitt, he gets the start, and Avery Cherry completes the battery for the Foxes. Swung on and missed, and Morehouse is down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Barely misses Morehouse on the inside edge. One, two from DeWitt. Goes low and misses and evens a count at 2. DeWitt fires in. Morehouse swings and comes up empty, and he'll go down on strikes. Now 2 away for the A's. And that'll bring up Kennedy Drexler. Johnson's at short, or at third. Max Irwin at second for the A's. Trying to get something out of this opportunity. And a line drive right at the shortstop. That will end the inning. The A's, they get 2 on, but can't take advantage, and we're headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Aston Pinedo leading off here in the top of the second with the Foxes on a 3-run lead. The second pitch misses, and Pacheco goes right behind Pinedo. The look on his face was one of absolute surprise as Pacheco missed behind him, and Pinedo is ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Defensively for your A's, they go with Huff, Drexler, and Copper left or right in the outfield. Irwin, Blakenze, Vasquez, and Phillips third to first across the infield, and Pinedo, he will draw the 4-pitch walk. Blake Pacheco, he gets the start on the mound, and Aiden Morehouse completes the battery for your Dodge City A's. So that'll bring up Luke Sidwell. So the Foxes about to complete their first trip through the batting order. Sidwell will take a first pitch ball. Throw over to first, not in time. Wind's blowing out of the east here at Cavalier Field, which means it's blowing right to left across the field. It was a warm, muggy day here in Dodge City. Sidwell takes the second pitch outside and moves ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Pacheco, he stands on the first base side of the rubber looking in. I'll take a look and check on Pinedo over at first. Working out of the stretch. Fires in, gets the strike call. Two 2-1 pitch coming. A 3-1 pitch. Checo checks the runner at first. Delivers, and it's fouled off. The count will run full. So we'll see the payoff pitch. Throw over to first, not in time. Sidwell will draw the walk, and that puts 2 on with nobody out. That'll bring head coach Jeremiah McCollum out of the dugout to do a mound visit. It's going to bring the entire infield in. It turns the lineup over for the Fort Collins Foxes. We'll return to the top of the lineup. A's, they played these Foxes for the first time on July the 6th. They would see that game finish 4-2 in favor of the Foxes. Like Pacheco, he took the loss in that game, going 6 innings on the mound, allowing 3 runs on 3 hits, walking 6 and striking out 3. Nicholas Gonzalez, he would come in and finish out the game for the A's, pitching the final 2 innings. Pitches popped up into foul territory. Irwin grabs it, and now 1 away. So that'll bring up catcher Gladish. Gladish, he drew the walk the last time he was up. 2 on and 1 away for the Foxes, and the A's are trying to get out of this little 2-on jam with no damage done. Swung on and missed. Gladish down in the count, 0-1. Gladish, he was walked twice in the first game against the A's, but he also struck out once. 0-1 gets the strike call again, and Gladish is quickly down 0-2. The pitch. Pacheco will miss low, and that makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gladish. The Foxes, they have Pinedo on at second, Sidwell on at first. Wilson, he first out of the inning after he flew out in foul territory. The pitch It's a line drive out into right field. It will fall in for a hit. 1 run rounding third. Here comes the second. He will be cut off, and that'll put runners on at second and third, and another run scores. So runners at second and third for Gio Nunez. Takes a first pitch strike. Nunez, he went down swinging the first time he was at the plate. Scored 2 runs on 1 hit in the game back on July 6th. He'll take a swing and a miss and down quickly 0-2. The 0-2 from Pacheco. He'll come set. Misses high. Foxes lead at 4-0 here in the top of the second. About hit the A's 4-2. One-two pitch. Pacheco misses again, and that will even the count. Two balls and 2 strikes. Pacheco waving a sign off. Gets what he wants and comes set. Misses low and the count runs full. So after getting Nunez behind 0-2, 3 straight have worked the count full, and we'll see the payoff pitch. Checo set. Delivers and hits Nunez. And that'll bring up Nick Bertucci. So Bertucci steps up with bases loaded and 1 away. Bertucci, he singled his first time up, sent one out into left field. Bertucci, he did not play against the A's in the series out in Fort Collins. Takes the first pitch strike. So it's Sidwell at third, Gladish at second, Nunez at first. Bertucci sends that one out into right field. Backtracking is Copper, and over the right field wall, a grand slam for the Foxes. They lead it 8-0. That'll bring up Dalton Berg. Eight runs on 5 hits so far for the Foxes, and the A's find themselves in a hole that may not be conducive to get back out of without getting the bats going quickly. Berg, he's down in the count 0-1. He doubled the last time he was at the plate. Takes a pitch low and evens a count at 1. Still 1 away for the Foxes. 5 runs in the inning. Berg, he walked twice and struck out once in the first game against the A's. Takes a pitch outside and moves ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, the A's are evidently content with seeing how far they can ride out Pacheco. There's nobody in the bullpen currently. Pitches swung on and missed, and that evens the count at 2. The A's, they would drop the second game in Fort Collins 18-5 as the kind of similar to tonight. The Foxes jumped all over the A's early. The A's would try to make a comeback late in that game, but not getting it done. The count runs full, so we'll see the payoff pitch. Pitch misses low, and that walks a runner on. So Avery Cherry steps up. He singled the last time he was up. 1 on and 1 away with 5 runs in the inning. Pitch misses low, and Cherry, he's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Cherry did not see action against the A's out in Fort Collins. Getting the strike call on that pitch as Checo delivered inside. Counts even at 1. Throw over to first is not in time. It's the strike call. Cherry, he's down in the count, 1-2. One-two pitch gets fouled off. Count will remain 1-2. Throw over to first, not in time. The A's, they dropped a run rule last night to the Liberal BJs as that pitch is inside and misses. Count evens itself at 2. And Cherry will work the count full as pitch misses high there, and payoff pitch misses high and walks a runner on. Does Pacheco. 2 on and 1 away. I'll bring up Gavin Short. So the Foxes have sent the entire order to the plate now in this inning. And they will send a courtesy runner out for Cherry. Two on and 1 away. Pitch misses to Short. Grounded through on the left side. 1 run rounding third, and the throw in is cut off. So Talias is doing the courtesy running. So Aston Pinedo up for the Foxes. They've batted around in the inning. Pinedo sends that one out into right field. 1 run rounding third, and the Foxes lead it 10-0. Runners on the corners for the Foxes. Sidwell takes a pitch low and inside, and the wild pitch will score another run. 8 runs in the inning as the Foxes lead at 11-0. One 0. Still only 1 out in the inning for the Foxes. Grounded it to Irwin at third. The throw to first in time. That gets the second out. Two away for the Foxes now. That'll bring up Ty Wilson. Back at the top of the order again, the Foxes starting their third trip through the batting order, and we're in the top of the second inning. They lead at 11-0. Wilson, he's 0 for 2. He flew out the last time he was at the plate. Checo fires in, misses low, and Wilson is ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Eleven runs on 7 hits for the Foxes in the game. Pacheco misses low again and makes it 2 balls and no strikes to Wilson. Wilson, he was a strikeout victim the first time he was at the plate. Two-0 pitch. Misses low and outside, and Wilson's ahead 3 balls and no strikes. Wilson, the 12th batter of the inning for the Foxes. And he'll draw the 4-pitch walk. That'll bring head coach Jeremiah McCollum out of the dugout, and the A's will be making a pitching change. So I'll tell you who takes over the mound after they get their warm-up pitches in. We'll be back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Nicholas Gonzalez takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's, and he delivers a first pitch ball to catcher Gladish. Gladish, the 13th batter of the inning for the Foxes, 2 away, 8 runs in. They lead it 11-0. Gonzalez, he'll deliver the strike. Nicholas, he has a 3-1 record on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Grounded it to Blakenze at short. They go to second, get the out on the fielder's choice, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jackson Phillips gets the lead off here in the bottom of the second. He'll take a swing and come up empty down in the count 0-1. Phillips, the redshirt sophomore from Seward County Community College. Comes the A's by way of Parker, Colorado. Takes a swing again and might have actually fouled it off. Either way, down in the count 0-2. So the A's pitching staff, they're on to their second pitcher of the ball game after Nicholas Gonzalez came in to get the final out in the top half of the second inning. Fox is leading this one 11-0. Phillips will foul that one off. It'll be a drop third strike. Throw down to first to complete the out and 1 away. So that'll bring up Paxton Huff. Huff, the senior from Prairie View A&M. Teammates with Jaden Moreno. He'll step up with nobody on and 1 away. DeWitt, he's back on the mound for the Foxes. This is outside on the first pitch to Huff, and Huff is ahead in the count 1, ball and no strikes. DeWitt winds and fires, misses high, and Paxton, he's ahead 2 balls and no strikes. So the Foxes, they've played 2 games on this trip already out in Kansas. Took on the Hayes Larks. Dropped both of those games to them, and Huff is ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. The A's dropped the first 2 games to the Foxes, so they, at best, can hope for a series split. Pitches in, gets the strike call. DeWitt works fairly quickly. It's a sign and come set. A 3-1 misses low, and Huff will draw the walk. That'll bring up Trace Copper. Copper, he was a freshman this past season at Tabor. Tracy was one of the players that was featured in the intro video. He'll take a first pitch strike. Finds himself down in the count 0-1. DeWitt, he'll take a look back at first. Makes a throw over, not in time. DeWitt tries to go front door bender and misses. It evens a count at 1 for Trace. Already set again. Huff goes, swing and a miss, and the throw down to second, not in time. So a 1-2 delivery. Huff gets his lead off a second. Copper sends that one foul up the third baseline. The count will remain 1-2. Over his head, and that evens the count at 2. So we were talking in the pregame with Collins Fox's coach. He came up and he was teammates with a guy that played on the A's back in, I thought it was like 2017, maybe 2018. A player from Stephen F. Austin. Count runs full. We'll see the payoff pitch. Copper will foul it off, and we'll do it over again. DeWitt loses the battle as he goes front door bender and misses high, and that'll put runners on at first and second with 1 away. Brings up Arturo Blaquenze, the shortstop. He's a freshman this past season here at Dodge City Community College. Now we've talked about it, but Dodge City plays here at Cavalier Field. That's why the Conkhead and Conquistadors is on the field turf. So Arturo will step up, 2 on and 1 away. It's the swing and comes up empty. He's down in the count 0-1. Yeah, 1 delivery. DeWitt, he starts with the offset stance. Takes a look back at second. Fires in, gets the strike call, and Blakenze's down 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Blakenze takes a pitch high and inside, and he'll work now 1-2. The A's will be back in action right here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for the series finale with these Foxes. Gets the strike call. Arturo will go down looking for the second out of the inning. It turns the lineup over to Omari Johnson. He singled the first time he was up. Johnson batting .385 on the season as he steps up. 2 on, 2 away for the A's. They trail 11-0. The Foxes, they hung 8 in the top half of this inning. First pitch from DeWitt misses outside, and Omari's ahead in the count. 1 ball and no strikes. So all 3 of the Kansas teams in the league, they share a field that's used by a college team in the summer. Of course, the A's and Dodge City Community College Conquistadors, the Liberal BJs in Seward County. The Hayes Larks, they share the field with Fort Hays State, and Johnson, he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. The Foxes, they play on a city park out in Fort Collins. It's an all-natural field. Pitch, it misses inside, and Johnson, he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. City Park, there's no real press box there, so there's no good way for us to set up our live stream when we're there. A 3-0 pitch goes outside, and that will load the bases. Johnson, he draws the 4-pitch walk, and that'll bring up Angel Vasquez, who's 0 for 1. He flew out the first time he was up. Vasquez steps up. He's batting .452 on the season. The A's working their second trip through the batting order. They have the bases loaded. Huffs at third, Copper at second, Johnson at first. The first pitch in misses. DeWitt, he's up to 40 pitches in the ball game. One-0. Gets the strike call, and count's currently even at 1. One delivery. Vasquez swings, comes up empty, and finds himself down 1-2. One-two delivery. Vasquez pops that one. It's headed into shallow right field, but pulling it down is Sidwell, and that will end the inning. The A's leave it loaded, and we're headed to the top of the third. top of the third. The Foxes leading 11-0, and they'll start off with Gio Nunez. Nunez, he was hit by pitch the last time he was up. He'll face off against the new pitcher on the mound. Nicholas Gonzalez, he came in to get the final out of the last half inning and delivers a first pitch ball to Nunez. A strikeout and a hit by pitch for Nunez so far today. Gonzalez, he misses inside, and Nunez moves ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Nicholas, he pitched 6 innings against the Lumberjacks on the trip out in Colorado. That pitch is popped up, waved off by Vasquez. He'll pull it down near the first base bag and 1 away. So Nick Bertucci, he's up. Nobody on and 1 away. A single in the grand slam for him. He'll take a swing and come up empty, and he's down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 from Gonzalez. Sidearm delivery. Bertucci sends that one. It's a high fly ball to left field and over the wall. A solo shot, and the Foxes have added to their lead. So Dalton Berg up for the Foxes. Drew the walk the last time he was up. 1-1 pitch. Swing on and miss. Berg finds himself down in the count now, 1-2. 2 home runs in the ball game for Nick Bertucci. A grand slam and a solo shot. Foxes lead at 12-0. Pitch misses outside and evens a count at 2. Foxes already have 8 hits in the ball game on their 12 runs. 2 hits and 1 error, no runs for the Dodge City A's. They left the bases loaded in the last half inning. Pitch misses inside to Berg, and the count runs full. Now the A's, they find themselves in quite the hole here. Let's see if they can do something and try to climb out of it. Pitch is sent foul. Count remains full. So we'll see another payoff pitch from Gonzalez. Delivers high, and Berg draws the walk. That'll bring up Avery Cherry, who he himself was a beneficiary of the free pass the last time he was up. We've talked about it at various points before throughout the season, but command of the zone has been an issue for the A's pitching staff. They've already issued 7 free passes via the walk in this ball game. Gonzalez, he misses outside, and Cherry is ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Gonzalez has his sign. He'll come set, working out of the windup, and he'll miss outside. Cherry ahead 3-0. Coming into today's contest, the A's pitching staff threw 234 innings on the season. They hold a strike-to-walk ratio of .87. Pitches in for a strike to Cherry. And I say strike out to walk. So they've struck out 164 batters, but have issued 189 walks. And another one issued there is that'll put 2 on and 1 away. There's also been 43 free passes issued via the hit by pitch. So that'll bring up Gavin Short. 2 on, Berg at second, Cherry at first. 1 out in the inning. Berg, he Short singled the last time he was up. Takes a first pitch ball and moves ahead 1-0. Nobody in either bullpen currently. We're in the top of the third, and we're past the hour mark. Pitch misses outside, and Short ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Gets the strike call. Two and 1 the count. Gonzalez set. A 3-1 pitch gets the swing by Short. Count runs full. We'll see the payoff pitch. Well, he bases loaded now after Short draws the walk. All 3 batters aboard via the free pass. So it's Berg at third, Cherry at second, Short at first. Bases loaded with 1 away for the Foxes for Ashton Pinedo. Pinedo makes contact and sends it high, but it will go to the right, foul and out of play. Pinedo down 0-1. Pinedo, he singled the last time he was at the plate. Yeah, 1. Fouled off again. The Foxes, they sent 13 to the plate in the top of the second. The 0-2 pitch. Inside. Pinedo has to scoot back and makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Called strike 3, and that will be the second out. Pinedo not happy with the call, but it brings up Luke Sidwell with bases loaded and 2 away. Sidwell, he grounded out the last time he was up. Nicholas Gonzalez, he is the strikeout leader of the A's pitching staff. Struck out 31 batters coming into tonight. It's the strike call, and that evens a count at 1. Nicholas, he also leads the team in innings pitched at 39 1/3. Next closest is Pacheco at 29. Grounded it to Vasquez at second, makes a throw to first, and the Foxes leave it loaded, and we're headed to the bottom of the third. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Max Irwin getting the lead off here in the bottom of the third inning. Your A's, they trail 12-0. Irwin, he singled the last time he was up. Max steps up, batting .292 on the season. Grounded up the middle and backhanded, drops it. Makes a throw to first in time. What an athletic play, and 1 away. So that'll bring up Aiden Morehouse. Morehouse, he went down on strikes the last time he was up. Aiden batting .362 on the season. Nobody on, one away for the A's here in the bottom of the third, and he'll swing and come up empty and finds himself down 0-1. Yeah, one delivery. It'll miss. Evens a count at 1. One delivery. DeWitt fires in. This is high and inside, and Morehouse is ahead now, 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, the wind's picking up a little bit here at Cavalier Field. Wind flag moving around a little bit more out in center field. The pitch gets the strike call. Counts even at 2 for Morehouse. Two delivery. Morehouse swings and comes up empty, and that is the second out of the inning. To bring up Kennedy Drexler. Drexler, he hit into a line drive at the shortstop the last time he was up. Taking a look around the Rocky Mountain League, the Hayes Larks lead the league right now at 16-4. 2 games back of the Larks are the Liberal BJs in second place at 14-6. Fort Collins, they check in at 8-8. Your A's that check in at 9-11, tied with the Game Day Angels. And the Boulder Collegians at 7-11. Followed by the Lumberjacks checking in at 3-15. Drexler grounds it to the second baseman, throw to first, and 3 away. That'll send us to the top of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Back at the top of the order with Ty Wilson. He's 0 for 2. Takes a swing and comes up empty. Wilson, he drew the walk the last time he was up. Yeah, one delivery. Gonzalez misses, and it evens a count at 1. Pitch misses again, and Wilson ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. So Blake Pacheco officially goes an inning and 2/3 in this game, allowing 11 runs, striking out 3 and walking 6. Three and 1 the count to Wilson. Foxes have scored in every half inning they've been up. Wilson will foul that one off, and the count runs full. Gonzalez, he's already up to 41 pitches in the game. The payoff pitch. Out into left field for a hit. And that'll bring up the right fielder, catcher Gladish. Gladish, he's at 1 for 2, hit into a fielder's choice the last time he was up. 9th hit of the game for the Foxes. 1 on, nobody out. Drove to first and not in time. Runner goes, the pitch misses, and you throw to second, not in time. Gladish a walk, a double, and hit into a fielder's choice. Swung on and missed. Makes the count 1 ball and 1 strike. So your A's 11 and 16 and 2 overall on the season. The Foxes, they sit in 3rd place overall at 19 and 11. So they're looking for their 20th win on the season. Pitch swung on and missed. Counts now even at 2. We'll see the payoff pitch. Nobody in the bullpen on either side. Zala spins around and gets Wilson back to second. Still awaiting the payoff pitch to Gladish. Pitch is popped up. It's foul and out of play. That one even went over top of the press box here. So we'll do the payoff again. Swung on and missed, and Gladish will go down on strikes. See, first out of the inning. That'll bring up Gio Nunez. Nunez, he's 0 for 2. He flew out the last time he was up. Was a strikeout victim himself the first time he was at the plate. Shortstop tonight for the Foxes. 1 on, 1 away, swings and misses, and falls down in the count 0-1. One pitch goes outside. Nunez even in the count at 1. Few high clouds starting to filter in from the west. Pitch is popped up, goes out to center field, and there to pull it down. Tagging up and moving over is Wilson, 2 away. Brings up Nick Bertucci. Bertucci, he's at 3 for 3 in the ball game. A single and 2 home runs. Hit a solo shot the last time he was up. First pitch, and it will hit him. So that puts runners on at first and third. Brings up Dalton Berg. Berg 1 for 1. A double and 2 walks in the ball game so far. The A's are trying to hold the Foxes scoreless for the first time. 2 on and 2 away. First pitch. Bertucci goes, and he was trying to bait the throw to get the run to score. Berg pops that one. It's out into left field, and there to pull it down is Huff. And for the first time in the game, the Foxes are held scoreless. We're headed to the bottom of the first. The A's trail 12-0. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
I'd probably eat some spaghetti, throw some cheese on top of it, and some hot sauce, and that'll be my meal for the rest of my life.
You know, give me the Nick Brown special, chicken and rice. You can do a lot with that.
McDonald's hot and spicy McChicken.
Yeah, I'd definitely do a seafood boil.
I mean, mangú with salami, huevo, y queso frito.
So if I had one meal to pick, it'd probably be a New York strip steak, probably blue, medium rare, somewhere around there, and then mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, and then asparagus on the side with, I'm going to go water, a whiskey, and a Coke.
Jackson Phillips leading off for the A's here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Takes the first pitch, ball. DeWitt, he's back on the mound for his 4th inning of work. One pitch. Swung on. Tried to check his swing, but goes around anyway, and Phillips sees it down in the count 1-2. Dropped third strike the last time he was at the plate. Batting .264 on the season is Jackson. He'll go down on strikes. So that'll bring up Paxton Huff, nobody on and 1 away. Huff, he was the beneficiary of the walk the last time he was up. Takes the first pitch, strike. Falls down 0-1. Huff with a little excuse me goes around and fouls the pitch off, and he's down quickly 0-2. Yeah, he's went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 3rd. Huff, he makes contact and sends that one to left field. It's inside fair territory. He'll be in easily with a stand-up double. That'll bring up Trace Copper. One on, one away for the A's, and Copper, he was the beneficiary of a walk his first time up. Copper batting .125 on the season. DeWitt, he'll check on Huff at second. Delivers low, and Copper, he's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. .1-0 pitch. DeWitt set. Copper grounds it past the outstretched arms of the third baseman. Huff rounding at third, and Tracy will get himself an RBI single. The A's are on the board. Fourth hit of the ball game, and the first run in the bottom of the 4th inning. The A's trail 12-1. McKenzie, he steps up. He was a strikeout victim his last time up. Seen his batting average fall off a little bit, down to 192 on the season. He'll take a first pitch strike, and he's down 0-1. Owen delivery is DeWitt. He'll check the runner over at first, and the Foxes are going to send a player down to the bullpen. Missing inside is DeWitt, and that evens a count at 1 to McKenzie. One. DeWitt makes the throw over to first, but not in time. DeWitt goes low, and that will get away. Goes all the way to the A's dugout, and Copper now at second. McKenzie, he's ahead in the count now, 2 balls and 1 strike. DeWitt's up to 63 pitches in the ball game. Long look back at second. McKenzie makes contact, sends it out into right field, and taking several steps to his right is Gladish. He'll pull it down for the second out of the game. It moves Copper over to third. The A's turned the lineup over for Amari. He's at 1 for 1. Drew the walk the last time he was up. A's have another run in scoring position. First pitch misses high and outside. Eight extra base hits on the season for Omari. He has 30 hits total on the season. He'll stat back in ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Johnson ahead, 3-0. DeWitt set. He'll miss low, and Omari, he'll draw the 4-pitch walk. Runners on the corners with 2 away for the A's to bring up Angel Vasquez. Angel, he's 0 for 2. He's flown out both times he's been at the plate. Four extra base hits on the season, 14 total for Angel. Pops that one up the elevator chute. It could be trouble, but tracking it as a shortstop, and he'll pull it down in shallow center field, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Foxes will lead off the top of the fifth with Avery Cherry. Cherry, he's 1 for 1. Single and 2 walks in the game so far. He'll face off against Nico Gonzalez back out on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Gonzalez delivers outside, and Cherry's ahead 1-0. So we'll see what the Foxes decide to do. They had a pitcher in the bullpen at one point. We'll see if they elect to stay with DeWitt or if they'll change pitchers. Grounded to Vasquez, who misses it. Gavin Short, he's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. He'll foul the pitch off. That evens a count at 1. Short, he's 1 for 2. He drew the walk his last time up. 1 on and nobody out after the line drive that gets past the diving attempt of Vasquez. Throw over to first, not in time. One delivery. Grounded to Vasquez. I'll flip to second for 1. The throw to first is in time, and the twin killing makes it 2 away. Four, 6-3 double play. Now nobody on and 2 away for Pinedo. Pinedo makes contact, sends it out to Huff, and that will end the inning. A quick 1-2-3 unconventional. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off for the Dodge City A's as we enter the bottom of the 5th, the A's trailing 12-1, is Max Irwin. Irwin 1 for 2. He grounded out the last time he was up. A's working their 3rd trip through the batting order. Irwin steps up. DeWitt returns to the mound for his 5th inning of work, gets the strike call. Irwin, he has 14 total hits on the season, 5 of those extra bases. The 0-1 delivery. Swung on and missed, and Irwin, he's down quickly, 0-2. Oh, 2 delivery. DeWitt, he'll come set. Pitch is fouled and caught by the upper end of the net. Will roll back onto the field. Count remains 0-2 for Irwin. The Foxes, they do have a pitcher down in the bullpen. The 0-2 pitch. High and inside. Irwin has to scoot back and makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. DeWitt set. He'll fire in. Irwin makes contact and sends it out into left field, but there to pull it down is Berg, and 1 away. So that'll bring up Aiden Morehouse. Nobody on and 1 away. Morehouse, he's been a strikeout victim today. He has struck out both times he's been at the plate. "17 hits on the season. 5 of them have been extra bases. Yeah, 1 pitch from the first base side of the rubber. Morehouse will swing and miss, and he's down in the count 0-2. He'll take a step out of his box. He adjusts his batting gloves and will go back to work. The 0-2 pitch coming from DeWitt. He'll wave 1 off, has what he wants. From the windup. Comes in and hits Morehouse. So that'll bring up Kennedy Drexler. He's 0 for 2. Drexler, he grounded out the last time he was up, and Yays, they're not going to use the courtesy runner for Morehouse. No, but 1 on and 1 away now for Drexler. Kennedy with 9 hits on the season. 2 of those have been extra bases. 1-0 delivery. DeWitt gets the backdoor bender to miss. Drexler, he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Look over at first to check on Morehouse. Check swing, takes the strike call. Kennedy still ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Morehouse on at first. A throw home, a little excuse me swing is fouled off, and that'll even the count at 2. DeWitt, he'll check Morehouse again at first. The 2-2 delivery swung on and missed, and Drexler will go down on strikes and 2 away. It's going to bring up Jackson Phillips. Phillips, he was a strikeout victim his last time up. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Phillips with 14 hits on the season. 3 are extra bases. Pitch goes low from DeWitt. 1 on, 2 away for the A's. They're trying to get something going. They got their first run in the 4th inning. The Foxes, they've been held scoreless for 2 straight now after scoring 3 in the first, 8 in the second, and 1 in the third. Pitch misses high and outside, and Phillips is ahead 2 balls and no strikes. 12 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Foxes. 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error for the A's. Phillips makes contact. It's a fly ball out into right. Gladish there will pull it down, and we are headed to the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Nine, 1, and 2 due up in the inning for the Foxes. Sidwell, Wilson, and Gladish. Sidwell getting the lead off. He grounded out the last time he was up. He'll face off against Nicholas Gonzalez. Gonzalez, he's up to 61 pitches in the ball game. He came in relief after the starter Pacheco was pulled in the top of the 2nd. Three and a third innings pitched here for Nicholas, and Sidwell, he's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Gets the swing and a miss, and the 1-1 pitch coming now from Gonzalez. Nobody down in the A's bullpen. Sidwell pops it up. Tracked by Blakenze. He'll pull it down, 1 away. That'll turn the lineup over to Ty Wilson. Wilson, he's 1 for 3. He singled the last time he was up. Foxes have found themselves in double-digit hits now. They have 10 in the ball game. This pitch misses high from Gonzalez. Pitch has popped up, being tracked on foul territory, and Phillips will pull it down in foul territory, 2 away.
Now batting for the Foxes, right fielder number 1, catcher Gladish.
So that'll bring up catcher Gladish. Gladish, he's at 1 for 3. He was a strikeout victim the last time he was at the plate. Nobody on and 2 away now for the Foxes. We're in the top of the 6th inning. The Foxes lead at 12-1. Pitch is in for a strike call. Gladish, he's ahead in, or even in the count now at 1. Gonzalez fires, goes outside and misses. So the A's will finish the series tomorrow night with these Foxes. 7 p.m. start right here at Cavalier Field. They'll be off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Return back here to Cavalier on Friday to take on the Liberal BJs. And then we'll travel to Liberal on Saturday. They will conclude the regular season next Monday, or in a week from now, Monday the 20th, against the Hayes Larks. It is a non-league contest here at Cavalier Field. We'll see the payoff pitch as it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to count to Gladish after he fouled one off. Gonzalez delivers, misses inside, and that puts a runner on. Brings up Gio Nunez. Nunez, he flew out his last time up.
Stop number 9, Gio Nunez.
Nunez, he's 0 for 3 in the ball game. 1 on and 2 away for the Foxes. One 0. Inside gets the strike. Nunez even in the count at 1. The A's at one time, they had scheduled the makeup game from back in June. It was going to be a league game with the, or non-league game with the Liberal BJs. That was rescheduled for Thursday this coming week, but that game has since been canceled, the BJs deciding not to play it. So the A's are down to their final 4 games of the season. 1-2 pitch, grounded foul. Pitch is swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. Nunez goes down on strikes, and we're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Paxton Huff leading off for the A's as we've entered the bottom of the 6th. A's trailing 12-1. Huff, he doubled his last time up. The Foxes, they go to the bullpen. They call up Marcus Hull. Delivers a first pitch strike, and now Huff down in the count 0-2. Grounded to the shortstop. He bobbles it, so an error. One on for the A's to bring up Trace Copper. Copper, he's 1 for 1 in the ball game. He singled the last time he was up. Copper grounds it to the pitcher, thrown, steps on the bag at second, and will get the out. The fielder's choice erases the leadoff error.
Now batting for Dot City, the shortstop, number 6, Arturo McKinsey.
So that'll bring up Arturo Blakinze. Blakinze, he's 0 for 2. Flew out the last time he was up. Takes the first pitch ball. 1 on, 1 away for the A's, and gets the strike call. Does Hull. Copper, he had 4 hits on the season. One of them was an extra base hit, and it was his first hit of the season that was a triple. Pitches swung on and missed, and McKenzie's down in the count 1-2. Arturo, he has 14 hits on the season. 6 of them have been extra bases, but he'll go down on strikes for the second out of the inning. I'll turn the lineup over to Omari Johnson. Johnson, he's 1 for 1. Has drawn the walk the last 2 times he's been at the plate. So he'll step up, 1 on and 2 away for the A's. First pitch he sees, it gets the strike call. Hull, he works from the first base side of the rubber. The righty on the mound for the Foxes. Delivers inside and low. One pitch. Johnson fouls it off. One and 2 the count. The pitch. Johnson swings and comes up empty, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the 7th. I think we'll keep it here for the hot dog race.
If you would please direct your attention to the first baseline, we are ready for tonight's hot dog race. Our contestants this evening are Grady, Mills, Apollo, Jax, Eliana, and Copper. Please give them a big round of applause. All right, now wait for me to say go. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go.
Oh, little dirty play out there tonight.
The corner, the mustard, and the winner is
Ice Cream takes the win
Ice
here
Cream
tonight.
Takes the win. Congratulations to the Ice Cream.
So we'll take a step aside. We're headed to the top of the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off for the Foxes in the top of the 7th. So they'll have 4, 5, and 6 in the order due up. Nick Bertucci comes up. He's at 3 for 3 in the ball game. He drew the hit by pitches last time up, but he's also hit 2 home runs and a single. The pitch gets the strike call, and Gonzalez delivers again, misses high, and that will even the count. 1-0 pitch, or 1-1, sorry. Four and a third innings pitched for Nick, and he delivers inside, doesn't get the call, and Nick Bertucci moves ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. They'll send that one foul. Count even at 2 now. Pitch from Gonzalez, he'll come set. Swung on and missed, and Bertucci is retired for the first time in the ball game. That'll bring up Dalton Berg. Berg, he's at 1 for 2. He flew out the last time he was at the plate. Nobody on and 1 away for the Foxes. They hold a 12-1 lead. So the A's, they'll be down to their final 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th if they don't score at least 2 runs to keep this one going. Berg, he finds himself down 0-1 after he fouled off the first pitch from Gonzalez. One. Misses outside. Berg works ahead in the count now, 2 balls and 1 strike. Grounded cut off. The throw to first is in time, and Gonzalez, he'll win the foot race, but he might have sprained his knee again. He went down on his knee, and that's definitely checking on things. Comes up a little gingerly, but we'll go back to work. Avery Cherry up for the Foxes. Nobody on and two away now. Cherry, single, walk, walk, and single has been his night.
Now batting for the Foxes, the catcher, number 33, Avery Cherry.
Pitch. Misses. Cherry, he's ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody down in the A's bullpen, and the pitch in for a strike evens the count at 1. Grounded over on the left side in the 11th hit of the game for the Foxes.
Now batting for the Foxes, third baseman, number 20, Gavin Short.
That'll bring up Gavin Short. Short 1 for 3. He grounded out his last time up. Yo, 1. Grounded up the third base line, cut off by Irwin, throws to first, gets the out, and that will end the inning.
At the top of the 7th inning, the Foxes had short no runs.
Bottom of the 7th, the the A's, they have the top part of the order due up, 2, 3, and 4. So Angel Vasquez, he'll lead off for the Dodge City A's. Vasquez 0 for 3 in the ball game. Flew out the last time he was up. Face off against Marcus Hull, who's back out on the mound for the Foxes. And Vasquez, he's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch misses outside. Vasquez ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. See if he can draw the 4-pitch walk. Hull gets the strike call. A 3-1 pitch. Hull fires in. Vasquez pops it up. It's playable and will be pulled down by the first baseman Pinedo, out number 1. So that brings up Max Irwin. Irwin 1 for 3. He flew out the last time he was up. The A's, they have to score 2 in this inning if they want to keep this game going. Nobody on and 1 away. Irwin takes first pitch strike. Hull, he's able to locate on that outer half, something the A's pitching staff has struggled with. Irwin makes contact. It's a high fly ball going to the left field wall, and it is caught. 2 away. That ball was about 2 foot short of a home run, but pulled down on the wall and 2 away. That'll bring up Aiden Morehouse. Morehouse 0 for 2. He was hit by pitches last time up. Pitches in, gets the strike call from Hull. Hull, he's made 20 pitches in the ball game. 15 have been in for strikes. Came in relief in the last half inning. Getting the strike call again, and Morehouse is down 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Morehouse pops it up. It's on the infield. Pinedo will pull that one down, and that will end the inning and end the ball game. So the A's will see their second run rule loss in a row. After they dropped the game last night at Liberal in run rule fashion, they drop one here tonight to the Foxes. I'm going to take a quick step aside, finish out the game, and then we'll come back with your quick post-game wrap-up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, the A's dropped their second in a row in run rule fashion. The Foxes 3 in the first, 8 in the second, 1 in the third, and would be held scoreless after that. 12 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They strand 10 runners. Your A's, they get their lone run in the fourth, 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. The A's, they strand 9. Luke DeWitt, he picks up the win on the mound for the Foxes. Blake Pacheco will take the loss for your Dodge City A's. Your A's, they had opportunities at times. They would strand a runner after an Omari Johnson single in the first, followed by a Max Irwin single, but wouldn't get anything there. Paxton Huff would get on a walk, followed by a Trace Copper walk and an Omari Johnson walk. The A's would leave the bases loaded in the second. They'll go down 1, 2, 3 in the third. Then in the fourth, the A's a breakthrough on a Paxton Huff double. He would come around and score on an RBI single from Trace Copper. And then they would strand another runner with Omari Johnson drawing the walk. Aiden Morehouse draws a hit by pitch in the fifth, and he gets stranded. Paxton Huff leads off with an error in the sixth, followed by a Trace Copper fielder's choice. He'll get stranded. Then the A's go down 1, 2, 3 in the seventh, and that'll do it. That'll wrap it up here as the A's fall to 11-17-1 overall on the season. 11-17-2. I'm sorry. So that'll wrap it up for tonight. I am Justin Hergert, alongside was assisted by Reese Gleason on the live stream. Until tomorrow night, for the entire A's board and organization, we say thank you for following along. We'll see you tomorrow night. First pitch